So in terms of sequencing then, it sounds like we've got the European summit coming on the 18th of October, but the crunch time is in November, but sounds like...
Or possibly December, this vote.
So it's not
November, December.
In a sense, for the government, there's an advantage having it later because you want to create a sense of crisis last minute.
And so we'll get this period of volatility. It sounds like rather than actually being short UK assets, unless maybe you're a short-term hedge fund or something like that, that would be an opportunity to buy assets in the UK. So
I think so. If you think assets are pricing a really disastrous outcome, that's probably the moment to own a bit of that risk.
And that will probably build somewhere towards the end of this year, early next year. But by March 2019, we'll have come to some compromise by the sounds of it. But you would disagree?
I would disagree. I think there's a chance of that parliamentary vote is so deadlocked, because, again, on these numbers, approximately what we're looking at is a third. And anything like an election or a referendum, to go back to the public 2 years after you ask them and get them to ask again, what on earth are they going to say?
Will we get a second?
Will
we ever get a second referendum?
I think it's very unlikely. It would be so poisonous. Can you imagine any good... I personally think a second referendum would probably have exactly the same results.
Yeah.
But if it didn't, then our political system would be plunged into a poisonous route. UKIP could have 100 seats in the House of Commons.
Yeah, it would be...
So, I don't think it's not an easy way out.
That's where I think, the third issue means that getting a deal on that parliamentary vote is very, very difficult. Yes, there might then be, crisis points that try and resolve things, but you haven't really lanced the boil.
I think where I agree with Helen is that there's clearly uncertainty. And it's hard to predict. And particularly, even if you think this vote's going to pass through the House of Commons, the numbers are very tight, so therefore the uncertainty around it is huge. But in the end, come back to the bottom line, which is our political system does not normally walk off a cliff, and there is not a majority in the House of Commons for that to happen.